A
All
seismic
right.
shift in perception.
That's right. So we're live and recording. Welcome everyone to our Wednesday night Hangout with Mentors. We show up every week on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And who are we? We are the Unstoppable Alliance. We're a group of people who decided on purpose to work together, to collaborate, to share, to help, support, and create a lifestyle where you can work from wherever you are. Before the recording, we were chatting about literally your cell phone, iPad, whatever kind of tablet, your desktop, wherever you are, you can work this business. And it's a community with safe learning environment where you can earn money as you learn. Earn as you learn. It's not just a tagline. It's really true. We all learn from each other. So each week we have a different topic. It's always a value-based topic that you could essentially take the concepts and put them directly into action. Usually a dynamic style conversation where we feed off of each other, we build onto the topic. So get comfortable and enjoy. Welcome, Corey.
Hey, Corey.
Thanks for popping out.
Oh, no, Gregory, we're outnumbered. Uh-oh. I'm intimidated.
Uh-oh. So tonight's topic is, it's got two parts and it's very much on purpose. I'm going to start with the unique selling proposition. And the reason is because we've just added and we're in the middle of adding this new opportunity, this new product line, the UEconomy, and it's very much, it's before the pre-launch. So a lot of the lid is, I'm going to stumble on that word, but a lot of the solid part of the products isn't in place, the copy, the sales funnel and everything. So I would like to give you some strategies, some key ways to pull from the content, from the key highlights of what's going on and use it within your language. And that starts with the unique selling proposition. This is not a new concept, but it's maybe something that we don't talk about enough, really. It dates back to the 1940s. And it's figuring out what, like, first of all, what excited you about the product? And then who are you talking to? What might excite them? That's really all it is. That's really all that unique selling proposition is. Telling that. What is the benefits? Because everybody buys for the experience. Everyone is going to buy for what excites them. So if you just take a step back, what excited you initially about it? And maybe that's what's going to excite them as well. And what gave me the idea to talk about this tonight is because we don't have that solid copy and paste, and we really shouldn't depend on that anyway. So dating back early when we first were talking about this, Gregory and I had a conversation, and Corey and I had a conversation, and Tammy and I had a conversation about that. And with each person and with each target audience, it's different things that excite people. So I'm going to allow Gregory to elaborate on that conversation that we had, because he has a specific target audience that will appeal to his kind of conversation. And same with Corey. Like, neither one of them had trouble coming up with content, and it's because they know the kind of language that excites them, and who their target audience is. And Kelly and I haven't had this specific conversation, but I know her, and I know that she's also figured that out. So amongst us, we want to help you figure out how to find your unique selling proposition. So I'm just going to go over and I'm going to actually copy and paste some content for you. So if you don't have the chat open, if you want to open the chat, and I'm going to give you some content. I can share the whole document actually with all of you afterwards too, but just so that you can read what I'm talking about. So there's the unique selling proposition part. And I have 5 questions for you to ask. I'm going to paste them in there as we talk about them. Can everyone see those?
Yep.
Okay. So the first question, as I already mentioned, what resonates and excites you about the product? It's likely going to resonate and excite other people too, right? So make notes. This is the very first thing that I did when we were talking about this. I got out my piece of paper and I wrote these notes. What excites me about it? And that's what we keep on going back to in the highlights. Who are you talking to? It is important to know who you're talking to. So if you're talking to people that are interested in compensation plans, if that's your kind of target audience, or if you're having a specific conversation and you've figured out through the conversation that that's what they're talking about, then that's the highlight that you're going to talk about. For example, UEconomy it has low ticket, it has residual, and it has top tier. So you're going to talk about that. And it has a really cool, really cool feature that the second sale is a pass up. So they get to keep their first sale. So that would be your unique selling position. That's what you would talk about. And then as soon as you pique their interest on that one point, whatever that might be, then you say, would you like to know more? Invite them into the Facebook group, show them the video. One of the first things that Peter Wolfing published for all of us was the key points. And do you know why? Because he knows how people think. So it was a long document of all the key points. So our job was to read through all those key points and not bombard somebody with all the key points, but to choose the ones that excite us, that we would know would excite others. Does that make sense?
Yep.
That was so smart. It was the very first thing he published of the whole thing. Love it. The man knows what he's doing, by the way. So cool. Okay, so and then the next step to that is, who are you talking to? Put yourself in your ideal prospect's position or shoes. So that's kind of what we were doing there. If you know that a compensation plan excites them, talk about that. If you know that something that will appeal or sell easy to people, talk about that. Lofty, Mark Loftus is here. He's artistic. He's creative. What exciting him? The fact that people can create their own products. They're going to be taught how to create and present their own products. What's his unique selling proposition? That's it. Yep. How exciting is that? So you pick out just 1, 2, or 3 maximum highlights from whatever product you have, and you have it. So you don't have to have any fancy copy. You don't have to have any pre-written up swipes. Like, we try to do that for you so that it's easier. But if you create your own, and if it comes from your own language, how much more powerful is that? I would rather teach you how to fish than to give you the fish, to give the fish to somebody else, to give the fish to somebody else. Does that make sense? So what I really wanted to come here tonight, amongst everyone else on the panel, is help you figure it out for yourself. It doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be passionate. It has to come from you. Does that make sense? People are going to buy the experience, the excitement. This statement is used so many times, but it loses its power because it's left with just the statement, but I'm going to stick it in here. People don't go to the hardware store to buy the saw. They buy the saw for what it's going to do for them. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. That's what this is all about. Okay, so put yourself in your prospect's position and shoes. What motivates your ideal prospect, candidate, or potential partner, whatever language we're using here? They are all the same thing. What do you think will motivate or excite them about the product? And tell them that, and be excited when you're telling them that. Even if you say something as simple as, there's something new that we are really excited about. I have a community that we're doing this with. Would you like to know more? Because it's really exciting. It's new. It's never been done before. Whatever the case, what you think will excite them, that's how you start the conversation. That's how you share it with them. And what do you think will make them buy over another one? So that goes back to some of the things I pointed out. They don't have to pass up their first sale, but their second sale. Are you kidding me? That's awesome. They get their money back with their first sale. That's crazy awesome. So pick whatever like gets you excited, makes you feel like you're going to jump out of your skin, and tell them that. Tell them that. So hopefully I've related the unique selling proposition to the U economy. And it's not just to the U. This goes for any opportunity, any product. This is what we did with Tidem, Pure Profit Pro. This strategy will work for no matter what you're doing, no matter what. Tammy, do you want to add to that? And then Jason, if you're listening, I will be coming to you right after Tammy. Tammy?
Thank you, Susan. Well, I don't know where to start really. I mean, I think the biggest thing that sets us apart is the I guess what really got me really excited, and it's different for me because the other ones were where it was already the products that the company owner came up with, but with this we can actually create our own products. So of course I'm thinking to myself, gosh, with the U Marketplace, I can start inputting my knowledge that, you know, of real estate flips and credit building and all that kind of stuff that, you know, the path that comes to fruition for me. That's why I'm excited about it. But I've always typically marketed from the angle of direct response. I'm a direct response marketer, and I've studied a lot of direct response marketers, Dan Kennedy, Frank Kern. So no matter what, really, I always, whenever I'm creating my ads or whenever I'm using social media, I will actually pick out the key points of what I feel that people have requested of me, and then now Susan working with her. And it's really simplicity. What people want to know is, how simple is this to share is really what it is. Are there tools? Is there training? Is there lead generation? So I'm always making sure that yes, yes, and yes. Some of the notes that I have is compensation. I have, I guess, that desire to make sure that people understand that this is so different. It's the residual aspect of it, and we never had that before. So I'm talking about that a lot, you know, the residual aspect of it. So it's not just linear income, you know, and I'll say that quite a bit on some of the calls and that I've been on with Peter and that. I think also the vision is what I'm really putting across to a lot of people, and even in personal conversations, is that, you know, the vision of the company owner, it's really refreshing to work with a person that's, number one, out there on social media and really just putting themselves on calls, and this is unique in itself. So that's almost like the USP right there. Lifestyle. You know, I'm always talking about lifestyle. As a lot of people know, I love to run, and I'm trying to get in the best shape of my life. Going to be 50 in July. So I'm talking about that a lot, that this will create lifestyle income for people on the team. You know what I mean? Like literally once you start that ball rolling, and especially with the U crew, it's just going to take on a life of its own. And then we're going to start making that residual money that we've all dreamt about. So that's what I'm always talking about there. And so I think the compensation plan with the audience that I'm targeting is, that's what they want to hear. Of course, they want to make sure that there's training and for branding, and that's what he has. I mean, when I started looking at it too, Susan, and we got that PDF, I was just like, wow, this is like endless. I mean, you know, I printed it off, I put it underneath my pillow, I slept with it. No, I'm just kidding. I really didn't. Almost though. But I just, you know, was really excited about it when I saw it, because it is really different. And the live event, that's what I think is really where I talk about it a lot, is like, hey, you know what, we're going to meet in person. And we say that a lot on the other calls. Listen, a lot of us have met, you know. You've met Corey. I've met, you know, you and Kelly and Jason. I haven't met Gregory yet. So I think that's what people want, is that the whole business is going to be a career. And like, what other, I mean, sure, there's other opportunities that have live events. I'm not saying that. But he wants to do his own live event. And that's different, because I've been in different businesses where they would fly you to, let's say, No Excuses, for example. So a couple times I went to No Excuses, and then, you know what I mean? So it's really unique to have our own live events with this company. I think that's the other thing that I try to point out through the conversation. But as far as through inviting them right now, I want to give you guys some real tips. You don't have to have the capture page. I mean, people are just simply asking with my simple Facebook post. Don't be afraid to share this on social media. You know, don't be afraid to say, or to do a live stream. I'm doing a live stream almost every single day. Don't be afraid to show your excitement about your business, because you just never know who's going to be listening. And so that's what I'm doing. You know, I'm talking about, you know, listen, it has almost everything that you would ever want, honestly, in a business, and he's put it together, and we don't have to do it. So anyway, that's pretty much, I mean, I could, you know, probably, but I think those are the 3 components that I'm working from right now, and that I have, of course, on my list every single day, you know, and I'm still doing my DMO. So I'm still doing the DMO, and, you know, back at, you know what I mean, all those places that we advertise and that we teach. That's what I'm doing with it.
Absolutely. And Jason is going to talk next. And one thing I'd like to add, and thank you, Tammy, for that, is make sure that you're talking directly to your people until you're set up so that you're building a list. Or if you were already building a list, keep on adding them to that list, but add them to the UEconomy Facebook group yourself. Like, never tell them to go and search it. Yeah. Keep the relationship and the conversation going. Add them to the Facebook group. Create a separate chat for the list of people that you're gathering. Even create a separate Facebook group. Keep it as a whole ongoing conversation. Make sure that they know I'll update you as updates come, or keep on the conversation like that, and be very specific. And that's what we've been doing. And Jason is going to help. He's going to share. He has a specific strategy that he's using, and figure out what specific steps work for you, and take notes from what we're doing. Mm-hmm. And we'll just keep on going. Jason, over to you.
Awesome. Yeah, you know, tonight's topic is absolutely you know, spot on as far as timing is concerned with what's happening here. So thank you, Susan, for always, you know, doing that, and Tammy being here, and the rest of the panel here, and all of you, quite frankly, for being here. We're all members. This is a members only, you know, hangout here tonight. And, you know, talking about the unique selling proposition, like Susan said, we all as individuals have our own unique, okay, selling proposition. Okay, and it's important to find that from within. But however, what we have here, it's kind of, you know, to use the word twice, unique, okay, is that we, or I should say Peter and the UEconomy, has given us all a unique selling proposition. And that is for all of us to be founders with the next up and coming giant, in my opinion, in the network marketing and direct sales space. Okay, so that is the unique selling proposition that each and every one of us have right now, is that we can go and approach other people, not just other members within the Unstoppable Alliance and for transfers, but I'm talking about new people, to have them have the opportunity to be a founder of a new and exciting growing company. And all they have to do is really participate in what we're doing, and they'll see the excitement and the growth. And, you know, right now we are founders. And yes, we don't have a lead capture page. We don't have the things that are coming. You know, there are indeed other, you know, aggressive marketers that are out there that know how to do the capture pages and know how to build their funnels. You know what? Unfortunately, I'm not one of them. Okay, but that's okay. It's not stopping me, and it shouldn't be stopping any of us, because what we have is a unique selling proposition. We have the fact that we can all be founders. So what I have chosen to do is reach out to people that have expressed an interest in some type of a home-based business, whether it has been recent or in the past, because, you know, a lead even from 3 years ago may have an interest in what we have to offer right now, especially during this founder's launch. So my specific path that I'm taking with people is I connect with them over the phone, okay? And I let them know that, hey, look, there is a unique opportunity that's unfolding right now. And you have an opportunity to be a founding member. Based on our previous conversations, Mr. Candidate, I really felt that you might want to at least check this out and find out if it's something for you or not. Okay, so right now we do actually have a capture page, okay? And you can find that in your back office under the dashboard. It says lead capture page. I have my own domain site that's copyjason.com that I redirected to that lead capture page. So I tell them up front, again, Mr. Candidate, we are indeed in a founder situation. Not everything is up and working perfectly, okay? But I want you to go through. I got some information where you can see what we've done and how we've progressed, and you'll be able to determine if you have an interest or not. The first thing I want you to do is simply go to copyjason.com. Now, again, that's my lead capture page. I say when you get there, the first thing that you're going to see is a little 1-minute video. Go ahead and watch that video and then enter your details, and you'll be taken to the second page where there's a 15-minute video. Okay, and really the only purpose of this, Mr. Candidate, is to show you the level of professionalism that we are bringing to the marketplace with the UEconomy. I think that you will have enough information to find out if you want more information by listening and watching to that 15-minute video. After you've watched that 15-minute video, simply call me back and let me know if you want more information or not. So when they call me back, that's when I will make sure that I friend them on Facebook, okay? I want to make sure that we are connected on Facebook so that way I can go into the UEconomy Company Facebook group and I can manually add that person into the Facebook group. Instead of just sending them there, go to Facebook and search UEconomy Company and ask to join, okay, which a lot of people do. I don't like to do that. I want to go in and I want to make sure we're connected as friends. Then I'm going to simply connect them and invite them into the Facebook group. So that way Peter and John will see that, hey, that's my guest that I'm inviting into the group. And they're going to be more apt to approve that person rather quickly rather than just somebody that they don't know is joining the group, So that way they're in the group. And then when I tell them, once you're in the group, what I want you to do is what most people do is read the top thread, okay, and then scroll down. I'm telling people to scroll all the way down first. I say go down to the bottom of the thread and go to the date that the group was created, which was back on April 6th. You'll be able to see, okay, once you scroll down and start reading up, you'll see the progression that we've taken over the past 30 days or so to get to where we're at right now. And by the time you read up to today's post, you're going to have a lot more information. Believe me, you'll be able to tell me if you see an opportunity here for yourself and if you want to be a founder within this organization. So really, that's it. That's what I'm doing. And that's what each and every one of you can be doing with or without a sales funnel, okay? Because that is the process. And when you think about it, it's the same process that we've always taught. It's 3 steps. Pique someone's interest, build rapport and direct them to a website or some more information, and follow up and collect a decision. It's the same 3 steps. It really is.
Yep.
It's just the different process that they're going through, the information process. So, and it's important to, when you're conversing with these people, to have somewhat of a positive, not somewhat, but have a positive, vibe about yourself. Be confident in what we're doing and excited about what we're doing and excited to share that with somebody. And now I'm really excited to also do in future webinar presentations the power of 3. Okay, and I know I've been saying this and preaching this for a while, and a lot of you have said that I was just absolutely crazy, that I'm living a pipe dream. But you know what? This pipe dream's about ready to come true. Okay, because it's really truly about building relationships and building. Oops, sorry guys. Building I'm trying to find my light.
Oh, you're scaring us now.
Boo. Okay,
man of mystery.
There it goes. Now I lost my train of thought. It's truly about building the relationships. This is not about, in my opinion, okay, my opinion, this is not about learning how to mass market and throw a bunch of stuff at a capture page and sees what sticks, okay? That's not what it's about to me. To me, it's about building relationships and fostering those relationships and showing them how to build the business and climb the ladder of success, starting from wherever they feel comfortable now, from $25 all the way up to $50,000. They can start from wherever they're at and they can learn to climb that ladder of success. And here's the neat thing about this is it works, okay? The power of three works. And we, meaning Shay and Captain Shay and I, are working on a video that will demonstrate, again, the power of three and the leverage of building out the power of three, starting at the $1,500 level, working all the way up to the $50,000 level. But it works also the same way with the U Marketplace. But by building the power of three and then helping them build their power of three, remember, it's not only the direct sales that you're receiving and the pass ups, but now with the addition of the U crew, you're building your crew as you go, and it's ultimately going to be your crew that is going to be generating you significant income. When you look at the numbers that are involved just within that 12 level unilevel at a little simple $50 a month, the numbers get astronomical. Okay, they really do. And that's going to be a monthly reoccurring thing each and every month. And you know what? It's a beautiful thing because now we have the opportunity to build as teams. We can put like minds with like minds and combine them up and really take it out. So again, three simple steps, same ones we've always taught. Pique someone's interest, you know, and then direct them to the system or to the information in this case, and then collect a decision. So right now, send them to the capture page, invite them. Don't invite them, just tell them to go to the Facebook group. You go in, friend them, and place them in the Facebook group and explain to them that they should go all the way down to the bottom and read their way up. And then participate on all the radio shows that we have going on Monday through Friday. Believe me, that's all you're going to need to know. And then once the lead capture page and the sales funnels come out, well, that's just going to make it even that much more simpler for us as we go. But you know what? I still want to keep our brand. We are the Unstoppable Alliance. We have also a unique selling proposition that we can offer anybody that's a part of our community, and that is they will be joining a group of like-minded, positive, forward-thinking people that are dedicated not only to building their own success, but to help everybody have success within the community. And now I feel like these pieces of the puzzle are now starting to form. And it's each and every one of us, okay, that have made it what it is and have evolved to where we're at. So yes, I'm excited to be here. I'm gonna just I'm gonna turn it back over to you. That's my ditty for the night.
Thank
There we
you.
go.
Thank you, Jason, for especially for detailing that out. That is absolutely what we need to do. And that might be the leverage of having a community of people that are there to support, train, provide resources, that comfortable community. That might be your unique selling proposition or one of them, right? A leverage, so to speak. Doesn't matter if you've made 1 sale, 0 sales, 50 sales. It's still a really powerful thing to bring people into a community, right? So Gregory, over to you. Do you want to talk about how the very first thing that we talked about was unique selling propositions and how we would present it to specific target audiences?
Now, we had a wonderful conversation. I think that video was about 20 something. Did you have any bullet points in particular that you wanted me to drill down with?
I haven't had time to review the specifics that we talked about, and I just trusted that you would just know exactly what
I will, and I shall. But first, I will let you know that about that book thing. I had this mailed here, so it came today for one
Perfect.
of our. I think I've read it before, but now it's going to be fresh in my mind. So when we had that conversation before, we were also talking before this call about the differences in Canada and the United States. I guess you guys say that people buy the saw to have, but we say you buy the drill for the hole, not for the drill, because you need a hole. Okay?
Right.
So that's exactly right. You want to approach somebody has a problem, we have the solution. That's old school. But what I believe we were talking about before was that this is such a unique, like what Jason said also, this is such a unique on so many levels, the hybrid, the amalgam of all of, like there's something for everybody. And we've been taught the different personality types and the colors. Some call it the different animals or the colors or whatever. But there's basically 4 types of people that their interests are more analytical or more artistic or more, et cetera, et cetera. So somewhere along those lines and somewhere along the lines of authentically connecting with people that how, if they're more artistic, as you said, that I think you said Corey was or somebody, but what would be the thing that would really attract them to this? Well, I always like to pan out and look for the overlap, the Venn diagram. I like to look for where there's much overlap as possible. And that is, who doesn't need or deserve more money? Who doesn't deserve financial security? That's everybody. That's an overlap with everybody. And then to drill down a little bit, closer into what their needs and wants might be, would be like in particular pulling out that one, the U brand at $6,000. I've having the presence on Periscope and did that a presentation or show for every day for 1 year. Developed kind of a pretty sizable audience, and from that, it's they say your vibe attracts your tribe. I got a chance to meet a lot of people who are creating their own brand and who are writing a book or something along those lines. And I was really excited to see that we have a solution for people who are already self-starters, who are already motivated. And there's that program that's the new Kajabi that has something similar. I believe our solution is much less expensive, but also we have an amazing team connected with it. But just that component right there is such not just a viable solution, it's immense. Because again, when you're talking to somebody who's already in the game, so to speak, because we have the broad spectrum from $25 to $50,000, literally there's something for everybody, period. But to be able to start kind of up at the upper end with somebody, and then when they see the big picture, they're going to be compelled, especially when they see really what we're having to offer, they'll be compelled to advance and to, of course, to level up as they go on. But for sure, that was the one that sticks in my mind about the U brand and having an audience already built. And let's say if someone wasn't on Periscope, let's say if somebody doesn't have a bunch of people that they know that is in that arena, well, they're out there, they're everywhere in Facebook. You can see everybody who is sometimes to put an ad out. There's so many people that are promoting themselves or that are promoting their businesses. Everybody is a candidate. Everybody is a candidate because of what we have with our systems and resources that they could, utilize our stuff for their stuff. So I like it when someone shows to me that they're a self-starter, because then you don't have to prime the pump as much. You don't have to, Jason says you can't push a noodle. I say you can't push a rope. Why would you want to? You want somebody coming to you. You want somebody when they see what you've got. They're coming to you like, I want some of that, but sometimes if they don't know, you kind of wave it first and then they'll come to you. But I just love the idea of having such a powerful base of resources that we can go to people who, even if we don't know them directly yet, establish a communication with them and a rapport with them and let them know that we do have something that could absolutely enhance whatever it is that they're doing. And then from there, it will sort of sell itself. And until we have lead capture pages, exactly right. That's what I've been doing, bringing people into the group myself. Peter, knows me now, and we'll see. They'll come right in. And then I like the idea of scrolling from the bottom, but just staying. I would definitely let people know to stay plugged into the radio show, because there's some good energy there. And I think we have everything requisite, especially by being blessed with the position that we are in the pre-launch founders phase. Just the story itself is golden. Facts tell, stories sell. We have a golden story right here, and it's real. and it's amazing. And so to be positioned and have the opportunity to be here, to be part of this, and to have a spot in this realm is enough. It creates its own gravitational pull that we can find something that will spark their interest to delve further. And well, I'm sure they'll love what they find or what they see, or they won't. But that's okay because we're not attached. Some will, some won't. So what? Someone's waiting. That's old school, but it still works.
It's still
right?
true.
That's right. How's that?
Absolutely. That is absolutely awesome. And thank you very much, Gregory. And then the other thing that we did as soon as we had that conversation, then we recorded a video because that's what we do, right? So whatever you've been doing in your business already, do that and add more. Create content, right?
Yep.
Just do that. Share the message.
And you're awesome at that. And you're a wonderful leader in that in other realms, but you're a wonderful lead by example person from that. Like, hey, there's an idea. Let's do a video. Strike while the iron is hot. And you have so much value out there. And I'm sure that's no secret to your success. That's, because you deliver so much value and you give us so much value that you deserve so much coming to you.
Thank you, Gregory. Thank you. And that will be part of it too. Engage in the conversation. So if you see Gregory making a Facebook post, or Kelly or Corey or Tammy or whoever making a Facebook post about it, engage in the conversation. The more people that see you taking action in the conversation, the more that is going to come upon you. Don't be afraid to engage. It's all a conversation. And that is part of the whole unique selling proposition, is by seeing action. Action takers speaks more loudly, much more loudly than words. So Corey, over to you. Immediately, as soon as this came upon, you immediately went back to your past written content, your copy of the parts of this that resonated with you. And that was expanding your freedom, creating your own economy, because it's not new language to us, right? So you had like stacks of content already, and you didn't wait for content to be created or pages or even images. You just immediately started making social media posts, and you started reaching out to past relationships, existing relationships of people that you knew might be interested in this. So do you want to speak to what you've been doing and how excited you are?
Yeah, sure. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, you can hear me. Okay. So you're right. When I first seen this come about, well, actually we had a coffee about it, remember? And I was in Saskatoon, and I said, you brought up the UEconomy, and I just smirked because I'd been watching Peter in the background with this coming. So it really hit, and I was really watching it closely, because you're right. I have a ton of content from over the years that I've put together or jotted notes down and everything like that. So I went downstairs and started bringing it back up into my office, and I spread it all over my floor.
So much so that it scared your wife.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, what's going on, right? So I got that put aside, because I can take that and use it with UEconomy and go forward with that. The thing that happens with UEconomy and my content and people that I know is this is going to help so many people on so many levels. And they can come in at a comfortable level and start going forward from there. I don't care if the guy, like for me, I'm big on motivational personal development, reinventing your life and bringing your lifestyle to a point that you should be able to live it instead of living in the corporate dream. Now, I'm still got that 1 foot in the corporate and 1 foot in this lifestyle, and that's fine by me, and it works well right now. But so by taking all this and putting it together, I immediately then went back to my existing local people that I'm connected with. And I started making some phone calls to them. I started sending them some emails. And so I've still got meetings set up. I got another one tomorrow. I've had every day I've had something, either a coffee or send me an email and things. All the people that I have so far, no, that's not wrong. There's 2 people, I think, that I've brought into the Reveal group are all local people here. And so I've got people coming out of the woodwork and saying, this is I want to have a look at this. That they wouldn't look at things in the past, but they wanted to look at this. So what that does is that you can take this and do it online and offline. And so at the same point, and Susan's aware of this, I've got a capture page out there. I've got my autoresponder set up and everything like that. There's like 70 some letters in there. So what happens is they go to my, I do it online too. I just got that put into place. So you can have people go to your own capture page, which then shoots it to the video that's in UEconomy, that 15-minute video. And then it goes back to the sales page and into my autoresponder. So even though UEconomy doesn't have theirs fully operational right now, but it's a selling point for people down the road because they've got the tools with UCrew. So they can walk right in and away they go and learn step by step, day by day, and build it faster than you could do anything in the past. Because in the past, typically you had to get your own autoresponder and you had to get your own link capture and you had to do all that. This is one-stop shop for everything, for products you want to sell and for the product that you can take UEconomy to the high ticket market for other people. So, and you start at $25, you can start at 50 grand. You start where you're comfortable with. So in going for marketing, you can do it online. I do Facebook posts. I haven't done any live video. I know, Susan, start shaking your finger at me.
Yeah. I'm waiting.
So, and I do posts. I don't put a lot of links in posts. I do it very seldom. I'll throw the link in the post. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get them to engage on my posts and do the likes and get back to me. And so when somebody likes something, then I'm sending them the private message and then I'm making that connection. So sometimes I'm on the phone, sometimes I'm sitting in the coffee shop, sometimes I'm putting a post on Facebook. So I'm using a multitude of avenues. On top of that, Susan and I are collaborating on a live event in the background. So we've sat down and had some discussions on that. We've also had some emails back and forth and texts back and forth in regards to that. So there's not any particular way that you should be marketing this. What you do is you market it in the most comfortable way that you feel comfortable with. I'm comfortable having coffee with guys. I'm comfortable phoning them. I'm comfortable standing in a group of 10 or 12 or 15 people or 2. And I'm comfortable in throwing a Facebook post out. And I'm comfortable doing the lead capture and the follow-up through the autoresponder letters. And each of my letters ask them to contact me. All my contact information is there. My Facebook, my phone, my text, everything. So it just depends what you're comfortable doing. And if you're not sure, I mean, there's a whole group of people with the association here, with the alliance here, that you can reach out and ask. That's kind of where I'm at.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that very comprehensive explanation, Corey. Thank you.
Awesome, Corey.
You started from where you were.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Thanks for jumping out. I thought in the back of my mind, Corey has an example I want to use, but he's not usually available Wednesdays. So thank you. I appreciate that. And yes, when we do our live event here in Saskatoon, we will record it for all of you. We will share what we did, what we said, how it worked for us. We will test it, tweak it, expand it, and repeat, do it again. It will not be the last one for sure. So we plan on sharing it with all of you how it goes. So no worries there. Kelly, absolutely not least, but I'm really excited to what you have to share because you have so much experience to bring to the table, and I know that you are super excited about this. So what are your thoughts about being specific about the unique selling proposition and talking specifically to your people?
Sure. Uniquely for me is this opportunity itself, the timing that we get to come in and be founders prior to June the 7th. And even after that, it's still an amazing opportunity, obviously. The fact that we're not all together yet, well, we're in pre-launch. That's kind of how it is. It's simple enough. Get somebody on a video. There's our Zoom casts on Tuesdays and Thursdays. There's Joe's radio call. Just call people. Get them to see the video. If anything sparks them, let's have a conversation. And I am a conversation person. I like having a conversation. I like answering people's questions, getting them to the information, first of all, so we can have a conversation, answering their questions, and seeing what resonates with them, why they see what they like here. What is it that attracts their attention? I'm just going to ask them. And then I can focus on that being the perfect reason why this is good for them. Maybe it's they just, want to have a little more lifestyle. They want to travel more. They don't like their job. They want out of their job. They want their time back. Maybe they've got some family they'd like to help. Maybe, so find out what that is for them. What excites me here is really the opportunity to brand ourselves. And it's only really in the last year that I've even thought about branding, us and ourselves. And we've been doing that with our alliance, which isn't going anywhere. We're all here. You can see us. We're here, and we're going to help you every step of the way. And I love that because I'm getting a lot of help. And so then what I do is I extend my hand and help others. So, learn this as though you need to teach it, because you do and you don't. You should understand it. You should know it. But at the end of the day, if you build it, they will come. If you go out and you just attract people's attention, however you're going to do that. And it's simple enough. We just got a new lady started today, and I love this. Doug Sharp contacted her. She's in Victoria. She got onto one of the calls that were being done, the 3 and 9 o'clock calls. She liked what she heard. She was really excited. She has never done a home-based business ever, right? And when she told me that, I was super excited. I was like, that's awesome. That's great, because, you've got this clean slate to start with. And it was really interesting to me, because sometimes when you're in something, you don't always know how it comes across to other people. So I was very interested to find out, what was it that attracted her? I'm not just asking that to, just to make conversation. I really want to know. And it's really the people, what we offer here in being able to get your money back on your first sale, like that's unheard of. And and then I started talking to her about, well, you have tax advantages, having a business at home. She's like, do? So I love this. I love what we offer here. That we can bring our talents. Tammy's going to have some U-Fit stuff going on in here, and some U-Finance stuff, and Susan's got so much to offer on the plate already. Like, look at the content these ladies have brought to us already that's going to be in their marketplace, and they're going to be earning 95% on that content. When they talk about, well, maybe you got a book in you. Well, maybe you do. Maybe you got a book in you. You've got something to share. We all do. Every single one of us has a life experience to share that can change people's lives, other people's lives. Because it's, at the end of the day, it's definitely not about me. I don't necessarily like the limelight. I just sit here and I go, okay, what can I say that's going to help somebody else? That's always what's on my mind. And how can I be of service? How can I make it just step by step, simple little steps? So, get somebody excited about it. Send them your link, your referral link. They click on it, get them onto UCrew, sign them up on UCrew ASAP. We do have a little bit of time to choose, what package you want in the marketplace, and you're going to come into the academy, and prior to June 7th, right, there's a little bit of time in there to get your finances together. And certainly people have to understand how this compensation plan works and why they want to be positioned at the highest level. There's so many reasons. And I think that, people just you have to strategize so they understand, and just find out why they would want to do it. I certainly know my why. It's a big why. And I'm excited about it because I can see, like, this is mortgage paying money. And I mean, I'm talking a mortgage maybe on some island somewhere. Okay, yeah. So come on, people. This is exciting. I'm out of my skin here, and you can tell that. I am so excited to be here. Thank you for having me out here tonight. thank you for all you're doing. You're setting an example for us to follow. And I would not be here if it were not for the Unstoppable Mamas. I would not be sitting here right now. And so I just personally want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, Tammy and Susan, for all that you do for this Unstoppable Alliance. And you share so much with us that it's just, you're changing my life. I'm getting teared up here. So thank you. I love you. I love you very much.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you, Kelly. That was awesome. Thank you so much.
And we did talk a lot when I was down in North Carolina. A lot of nights on the beach we talked, Kelly. And I can tell you you're just beaming from ear to ear, and just everything that you contribute in the Skype rooms and on Saturday training calls. I mean, it's amazing. There's one thing if you don't mind, there's a key point I think that Kelly said there. If you don't mind, Susan, I thought it would be good for everybody to know this. Is the limelight. I was very shy in the beginning when I first started my business. So was Susan. I didn't even want to put my picture on Facebook. For one, I was embarrassed. Okay, let's just face facts. Okay, 135 pounds overweight. I didn't want to do that. I really learned every strategy, almost like I would just lay awake like till 2, 3 in the morning to try to figure out, okay, I don't want to be on social. I don't want to be on social. I don't want to be on video. So there is ways that you can connect and get leads and do that. So a lot of the stuff that we talk about, some people might be thinking, well, geez, I just don't quite want to do that quite yet. So there is ways. You can obviously advertise. You can connect with people, like Jason said. I mean, you have a cell phone. You have people that you've connected with. You have you can text friends, like Jason's going to talk about. And I really do believe this is something we can all be so proud of and share with our Facebook. I mean, most people have a Facebook account now, but I'm talking about like 8 years ago when I first started. I figured, oh, maybe I can send out postcards, or maybe I can, you know what I mean? So, but now with the technology we have, of course, you're gonna be in the limelight if you want, but you don't have to be. So I think that's really important, Kelly, what you said, is that a lot of people don't want to be in the limelight quite yet, and they're still in the learning mode. So that's good too. So that was really cool what you said, and I really like that.
Yeah, and the other thing too with our with our marketplace, we can create our own product to put into the marketplace, which I think is really cool. You bring your talent, who knows what it might be, but if you feel like, well, what do I have to give, and you're not feeling that creative spark, you don't have to. There's pre-made product in there that you have for sale just the same. So it can fit you however you want it to fit you in whatever way. And we're gonna help you to, the thing is, I didn't want to do video. I was, oh my goodness, the last thing I wanted to do was video. I was definitely not going to do this. I was not going to do any kind of, and oh my.
And here you are.
Here I am. And so, you know what, I just decided, pull out the stops. Don't limit myself. Why would I do that? Why would I limit myself when it's something that's so in the market? It's a great way to relate, to build relationship, and to have people trust. And this is a big trust business. People have to trust you. They need to know you, like you, trust you, to do business with you. And how better than being on a video where they can see you and get to know you if they're not already somebody you know. So.
Kelly, when you were speaking of my sister, she was actually doing a Zoom call for herself, but I was like, this lady right here, this I was telling about video, who's extremely skilled, and you're singing like leather and lace. I'm like, what? And the thing that time came out and produced some wonderful things, thinking what you could even do with teaching, teaching people how to play guitar or just the
every other word. Can't hear it.
Just with that, right? With just that, not to mention.
Gregory, you started cutting. Oh, no, maybe it's back now. You started freezing and cutting out, but I think you're back now.
Okay, I think it's better now.
Okay, so did you hear me say the part about her doing the video, her singing with her husband?
Yes, and then it was shortly into that you cut.
Oh, okay. And how amazing that is. And just if you think about, they say you find a niche and you get rich. Just think about all the things that we can share in our collective 400 years of experience on this call alone. but really, just that niche right there. There's so many spin-offs that you could do for how to do guitar, and how to do video. It's crazy. And then that's kind of where I was like bottlenecking with ideas. But I'm just excited as can be about this, if you can't tell.
Absolutely. And it's true. It's just the start of your conversation can literally almost always start with, I'm really excited to share this with you. And then simply invite them to listen to your unique selling points, the things that you're excited about. And all of this training is the training that's in the back office of AMP, and the training that we've been talking about on every one of the calls from our beginning of this alliance. Invite them, build the relationship, and then ask them if they have questions, ask them for the decision. It really is that simple of a process. So don't let the newness overwhelm you, or the extra details of there's 3 steps and there's all this. Don't let all of that overwhelm you. Just pick out your key highlights that excite you and that you want to talk about. And it's all a conversation. Tell the story. Take some facts about the product and the opportunity, embed it within a story, and build on the conversation and the relationship. It really is that simple. So hopefully, and let us know your questions, but hopefully we've thrown away all the garbage, maybe some overwhelm that people might have been feeling, and simplified it down to still the same process.
Yes.
That was my hope tonight anyway. So hopefully
I think it was awesome.
Thank you.
Remember one thing I wanted to say too is,
okay,
so this is what I had, and I wrote it: shy people have skinny kids. So even though I didn't want to be in the limelight, I knew I was going to have to start working it. You know what I mean?
Have skinny kids.
So that's why I want to say, we are marketers. We are marketers. That's what we're here to do. We're here to share what we have here. So shout it out to the rooftops. I've said it before, shout it out to the rooftops. Be proud of what we have. You guys are all unstoppable. I mean, this can be an unstoppable journey for you to be able to, live this lifestyle, and to really, really support your family and your kids and their grandkids. I mean, what he has and the vision he has, you guys got to understand, it's huge, So I just wanted to say that. But shy people have skinny kids. I had it wrote on a piece of paper when I first started.
Yeah.
It's to lack for anything, and that's my why, and always has been.
Yeah, absolutely. So I challenge you, any of you that are up to recording a video right after this, while you're feeling the excitement, pick up your phone, turn on your laptop, and just start talking to it. I am Susan Bachelder, and I am so excited to share this with you. List 3 points, tell them to get back to you after the video. Record it while you're excited, while it's fresh in your mind. I challenge you.
I'm going to do it. You'll see my live.
You'll sure get a whole lot more response from that than you would if you didn't do it at all.
Yeah, good point.
Right.
Good point.
And like Susan said,
just
make sure
you have lighting. Don't try to have a perfect background or anything. Just be excited. They're going to listen to your message. They're going to see the excitement in your eyes more than they're going to see anything else that you are at that moment worried about.
Exactly. And comment and like on each other's stuff. That's the biggest thing. We have to support everybody in this.
Yeah, absolutely. And if we're out on a live, we want to regularly do these Zoom lives on Facebook. If we're out, just comment. I want in. We'll pull you right into the panel.
Jump on.
Let's do this. It's about the conversation. It's about the energy. Let's do this together. How about? And on that note, I'll close it out. Thank you again to each one of you that joined me on the panel to help add so much value tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
All of you watching that were here, if you do have any questions, I haven't seen any questions. You're all intently listening. Not one person is left. Thank you. But if you do have questions, please do ask us. And if you happen to be listening to this and it's a recording and someone has invited you and maybe you're not within our community yet, get back with the person that invited you and find out how to get started and work with this amazing group of shiny, always, always committed to and striving for excellent people, a place where everybody knows your name. And we'll see you next Wednesday.
that.
Every
Sing
Wednesday
that
at
song.
9 p.m. we show up here.
I'm going to play that song now.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Night.